Welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Now we see worksheet 12. It belongs to chemistry. This worksheet covers the entire syllabus of term 1. Now we see question number 1. Multiple choice questions. The chemicals that are created in a chemical reaction, which are participated are called reactants, which are created are called products. So here option B is the right answer. Fe plus Cl2 gives rise to FeCl3. What coefficients would balance the equation? So let us write the balance equation of it. Fe plus Cl2 gives rise to FeCl3. See here iron 1, here also iron 1, here chlorine 3, here chlorine 2. So here let us balance this one with 2 and this one with 3. So that here number of chlorine atoms will be 2 3s are 6, here also 3 2s are 6. Now here Fe gets affected, so it is 2. Let us multiply here also with 2. So here if you consider the coefficients 2, 3, 2. Let us see the options 2, 3, 2. So here option A is the right answer. Now we see question number 3. Digestion of food in the body is an example of displacement reaction. It is wrong. Combination reaction. This is wrong. Decomposition reaction. This is true. Digestion of food in the body is the example of decomposition reaction. Redox reaction. It is false. So here option C is the right answer. Now we see question number 4. In a decomposition reaction, the reactants are generally two ionic compounds in aqueous. This is wrong. The reactants are usually a metal and a non-metal solution. This is also wrong. In decomposition reaction, energy in the form of heat and light is absorbed. This is true. One of the reactants is often water. This is false. So here option C is the right answer. Now we see question number 5. Which of the following statements about the given reaction are correct? It is 3Fe plus 4H2O gives rise to Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Iron metal is getting oxidized. See here iron has become iron oxide. That means addition of oxygen is done. Addition of oxygen is nothing but oxidization. So it is oxidized. This is true. Water is getting reduced. See H2O becomes H2. It is what here losing of removal of oxygen. So that is called reduction. So reduced is correct. Water is acting as reducing agent. Here water is getting reduced. It can be oxidizing agent. It can't be reduced agent. So this is false. Water is an oxidizing agent. This is true because here water is getting reduced. Water is oxidizing agent. Iron metal is getting oxidized. Iron metal is reducing agent. See the substance which gets oxidized, this will be reducing agent. The substance which gets reduced, that will be oxidizing agent. So here 1, 2 and 4 are correct. 1, 2 and 4. See here option C is the right answer. Now we see question number 6. That is, which of the following statements about the given reaction is or are correct? Given reaction is 3MnO2 plus 4Al gives rise to 3Mn plus 2Al2O3 plus heat. Here let us see, it is an exothermic reaction. Since here heat is liberated, it is an exothermic reaction is correct answer. Here aluminum Al is being oxidized. Al become, here you see addition of oxygen is done, so it gets oxidized is true. It is a displacement reaction. From MnO2, Mn is displaced by Al. Since Al, aluminum, is the more reactive than manganese, Mn. So here Mn is displaced by Al, so it is displacement reaction also true. All 1, 2, 3 are correct. Let us hear option D is the right answer. Now we see question number 7. Zinc granules are placed in each of the 4 solutions A, B, C and D as shown. Color change would be observed in. See here, the test tube A contains aluminum sulfate solution, B contains zinc sulfate solution, C contains copper sulfate solution, D contains ferrous sulfate solution. So here these are the zinc granules. Now here if we compare aluminum with zinc, Al aluminum is more reactive than zinc. So here zinc cannot displace aluminum from its solution. So here it can't be there, we cannot find any color change in the solution. Whereas second one, so here is zinc and here is also zinc. So we cannot find any kind of change in the color of the solution. Here let us see the copper sulfate solution is Cu, copper. It is less reactive than zinc, or we can say zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc can displace copper from its copper sulfate solution. So here the copper sulfate solution will become zinc sulfate. So here this solution, the color of the solution can be changed. Now here also iron is less reactive than zinc, or zinc is more reactive than iron. So iron can be displaced from its sulfate solution by zinc. So here also we can find there is a change in color in this solution. So from here we can conclude that, from the question here we can conclude that in C and D the color will be changed. So here option B, C and D, that is option B is the correct answer. Now we see question number 8. Identify gas A in the following experiment. So here see this is the given experiment. Let us see finally identify the gas A. So here is the gas A liberated. See soap bubbles filled with gas A. Clear? So now we are asked to find which kind of gas it is. When we put a burning matchstick, it is put off with a pop sound. It is given burning of gas A with a pop sound. So the gas should be hydrogen, right? So option B is the right answer. Now we see question number 9. Which of the following statements is correct about an aqueous solution of an acid and of a base? Higher the pH, stronger the acid. This is wrong. Higher the pH, weaker the acid, or we can say stronger the base. So this is false. Now we see second one. Higher the pH, weaker the acid. This is correct. Lower the pH, stronger the base. Here when the pH becomes lower, the acidity should be more, means yes, stronger the acid, not stronger the base. This is false. Lower the pH, weaker the base. This is correct. In other words, we can say lower the pH, stronger the acid. So anyway 2 and 4 they are correct. So let us see options. Option D, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Now we see question number 10. Two unknown liquids X and Y are taken in different beakers and added few drops of phenolphthalein indicator to X and observed it is colorless. When phenolphthalein indicator is added to a substance, when we get the colorless, then X should be definitely basic solution. So here X is a base, or we can say basic solution. Then a student started addition of Y solution to the beaker X. After some time, the solution in the beaker X turned pink. That means here the Y should be acidic in nature. This is acid. Now then state the correct conclusion from the following. X is a basic solution. So X is a base solution. This is true. Y is an acidic solution. That is also true. In beaker X, a basic medium is generally generated finally. See, when it is turned to pink, that means here X is a basic medium. This is also true. So all the above, option D is the right answer. Now we see question number 11. that is M is an element that belongs to 1A group and third period. So here these are called alkali metals. Alkali metals like sodium to silicon. So mostly here we can take sodium. Oxide of M means oxide of sodium plus H2O give us X. So here when we add Na plus here H2O give us NaOH plus H2, right? So here the gas liberated is hydrogen gas, and here when NaOH gets reacted with metal Y, here metal Y, on reacting metal Y there should be a gas, that is here hydrogen gas. So here the metal Y should be alkaline earth metal. This is alkaline earth metal. In order to get the hydrogen gas here, it should be like a less metallic character than this. Let us consider some beryllium. So when NaOH reacts with beryllium, we get Na2BeO2 plus hydrogen gas, right? Let us see here, pick up the incorrect statement among the following. Metal Y belongs to 2B group, so that is correct, this is true. Here we are taking metal Y as beryllium, it belongs to 2B group, that is also called alkaline earth metal. Then only we will get the hydrogen gas is liberated. Gas G put off the burning splinter with pop sound, that means the gas is nothing but hydrogen gas, this is also true. X is an acid, since here X is NaOH, that is not an acid. X is a water soluble base, this is correct. Now here which is incorrect? Which is incorrect here? Option C is incorrect. Now we see 12th question, that is H2CO3 is dash. H2CO3 is an weak acid, it is a weak acid. So your option B is the right answer. In fact, H2CO3 is called carbonic acid, that is weak acid. Now question number 13. Brine is an aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide is wrong. Aqueous solution of sodium carbonate is wrong. Aqueous solution of high concentrated sodium chloride, it is correct. Aqueous solution of sodium bicarbonate is wrong. So here brine is an aqueous solution of high concentrated sodium chloride. So option C is the right answer. Question number 14. At what temperature is gypsum heated to form plaster of Paris? So it is a direct question. It is when we heat gypsum to 100 degree centigrade or 373 Kelvin, because here 100 plus 273, then this is the conversion of centigrade to Kelvin. This is 373 Kelvin. So then at this temperature when gypsum is heated, then it gets, or it is to be formed as plaster of Paris. So we can say plaster of Paris is formed. So here for 14th question, option B is the right answer. If you feel this video is helpful to you, please like, share and subscribe our channel. And please do not forget to press the bell button so that you will get the notifications from our channel. Thank you very much.